All right, so here we have the Texas Instrument 30X2S. This is the one I tend to call the candy colored calculator because it comes in all the fun colors. This is one that can be green, blue, purple. This is kind of a pink. All right, so it's not as my favorite one or not as favorite because there are extra keys you have to hit to do scientific notation. They're still in the same general area as the Texas 30A, but you have to hit an extra key, extra 2 keys kind of, which makes it a little slower, but it does have extra memory, so that is a bonus. To do our scientific notation problem that we were doing earlier, that one, okay, to enter in scientific notation, I'm going to still do the 3 times 10 to the 8th, so 3, but on this calculator, this key itself is not EE, but they wrote above the key EE, which means it's a second function. So if I want to get that secondary function, I have to hit the second button, then hit this key, and on this particular style of calculator, it will show up as a capital E, meaning that you're now in what you're doing is scientific notation. Same as before, you just need to put the exponent, so I put an exponent. I have now entered 3 times 10 to the 8th. That's all I need to do. Remember, do not do any of these. Now I want to take that number and divide it by that wavelength. So I'm going to divide by 4.56. Now I got to tell it scientific notation. So second EE 3 up, but it's a -3, so I got to go back. On this one you got to hit the negative sign first. Negative sign is right down here below the 3. So negative sign, then hit your 3. Okay. On the other calculator, it wouldn't matter what order, as long as you had done it after the scientific notation key would know to put the negative sign in front of the exponent. But on this particular style, you have to put the negative sign in before that. So now I'm ready to hit enter, and there's my answer, same as before, 6.58 times 10 to the 10th. The other thing that's kind of nifty about this one, fewer kids forget that there is a 10. Sorry with the focus. Because there's a teeny tiny little times 10 written right here, and the 10 here is the exponent. All right, so that's how this one is used for doing scientific notation. Now for memory, this one will have 5 memories. The store button is similar to where it was before. Okay, still has the same letters. Recall is now a second function. And then there's this mem_var key, and I'll show you how to use that in a minute. So if we want to put scientific notation, or the speed of light in here, so 3 second EE8, and I want to store that number because I know we're in the unit on using speed of light. I'm going to use this number a lot. I want to store it. I can store and choose where I want to store it. Okay, and you can see that some of these already have numbers in them. Like that one has that in there. B is 89. And C doesn't have anything. So I can say C, hit enter. So now it tells me that 3 times 10 to the 8th is now C. So if I want to do the problem, there are 2 ways you can do it. I can hit mem_var, and then it gives me the choice. So I want A, B, C, D, E. And I scroll over. I want C. I'm going to divide by 4.56 second. Oops. 4.56 second, -3, and there's my answer. Same as before, only in your screen it's going to show C, not 3 times 10 to the 8th. That's how you get your number back out of the memory. If you are mean to somebody, or you want to get rid of it, that's how you get rid of it. There's a reset button in the back, which is useful when someone, you know, borrows it and somehow gets it stuck in stat mode and you can't figure out how to get it out of stat mode, or someone's done something, you're like, what did they do? You have a reset button. But when you hit the reset button, it's going to clear your memory. All right, so then you have to enter all your constants again. But that is the Texas Instruments 30X2S.